Good morning to all. I am Dr. V. Wadke, Assistant Professor, Department of English in Dr. Khatri Mahavidyalaya, Chandrapur. Recently, I am doing faculty induction program in Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad. And today, through this video, I am presenting my seminar. My topic of seminar is Atmanirbhar Bharat, a pragmatic approach. When we can just hear the word Atmanirbhar Bharat, then this is a one kind of umbrella term. So many concepts regarding with the economics is going to merge in this concept. When we can think about this term Atmanirbhar Bharat, then the economic vision and the economic development, these two terms are playing a very important role in that, because when we can think India, the nation, then we know that what kind of a poverty in this India we have, and to eradicate the poverty from the India, definitely the government should do a certain kind of a decision and remove the poverty from the India. At the same time, the meaning Atmanirbhar Bharat is that every citizen of the world or every citizen of the India should play a very important role to eradicate that kind of a poverty in the India by just making the Indian economy wealthy, healthy and wise. So that kind of a term which is implemented by the government through the welfare of society, we can say that. Whenever we can talk about the Atmanirbhar, then the term the self-reliance came in this term. One of the example is that recently we have faced the COVID pandemic. In this COVID pandemic, we realized that what kind of problems faced by the people. Even the relative is not also taking care of the one person, because that disease was so much dangerous, and because of this reason the relationship between the friends, the relationship between the family and other relationships that come in front of the society, and because of this reason we realize that how the peoples are loving to the humanity. Even we can see that the example of the corona pandemic, there are so many peoples who died because of the fear of the that disease, and those who did not care properly, then they are also died there. So in this way we are going to find out that every persons are self dependent, self reliance. They were taking their own decision how to live their life. So like that the government also accepted the policy, and just that is implemented in the 5-year plan. This is the policy of the government of India, and that is started in the 2014. And what kind of a content or what kind of a terms are going to include in this major term Atmanirbhar Bharat, that we are going to understand here. Here we can find out that the word self-reliance means nothing to shut the window of the world. Means we will not take the help from the world community, but the meaning of the self-reliance is that we should develop ourselves from the our point of view by taking the good decision, and at the same time that decision is the helpful to the society, at the same time is helpful to the nation, because the patriotism is going to work here. So definitely one should think about that first and last I am an Indian, so it's a part of the nationalism. So when one should think about that I am a nationalism and I have a certain kind of a patriotic spirit in my life, so definitely one should think about the welfare of society. So that term is a very important and playing a very vital role in the life of the every human being. When we can see the word self-reliance, that time one thing is coming in the mind is that it is a self-generating, persuading policies that promote efficiency, equality and resilience, and creating a wealth not only for the ourselves but for the larger humanity. Means we are thinking about the larger humanity, no one should think about the ourselves only. So it's a, we can say that the term is very broad, and everyone should think broadly for understanding the concept of the Atmanirbhar. The word is given that the self-reliance. At the same time we are talking about the freedom. Means every person should get the freedom to do his own business, and there should be not any kind of a barrier in there. Means every time the policies of the government should help to the each and the every person to promote their own business, and they are become a good entrepreneur in their life. We can say the entrepreneur in their life, and just they can take part to increase the wealth of the nation. At the same time, they can develop the nation. So it is a concept of the patriotism is going to inbuilt here. One should see the five pillar of the Atmanirbhar Bharat, because this concept, the Atmanirbhar Bharat, is based on the five pillar. And what are the five pillar of that? Then first is that the economy. Economy is the first pillar of the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Then second is the infrastructure. Infrastructure is the second pillar of the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Then we can see the third pillar of the Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is a technology driven system. Friends, we know that nowadays we all are the techno savvy, all peoples are using the technology, and with the help of the technology, so many things are become very easy. Means suppose that in the old period, one person should take 2 or 3 hours for doing the one work, but by using the technology nowadays in the 21st century, that 1 and 2 hours become just decreased, and it will just complete the work within the half an hour, so 30 minutes near about that. So that is a, we can say, part of the technology. Whenever we can just listen the word that is told by the Sundar Pichai, he is a CEO of the Google Incorporation. Then nowadays he just told that artificial intelligence, the concept of the artificial intelligence which is working on the humanity, means most of the technologies are helpful to make the human life comfortable. Means we should nowadays living in the comfortable zone. So this is a part of the technology. So this is the third pillar of the technology of the Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is a technology driven system. Then we can see that the fourth pillar of the we can say Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is that the new horizon of growth. The new horizon of growth means we can just promote the new technologies in front of the world, and the people should accept it that whenever we can just see about the new horizon of growth, means at the same time we are going to realize that what are the good we can say projects are going on in the world. At least one should study that and try to think that really one should generate the wealth from that technology or not. Because if you don't know about the technology, then definitely one thing is definitely sure is that you are not a active person in that field, or if you are not aware about the technology, then it is a need to learn the technology as early as possible. Otherwise you will not do your work as fast as your colleagues are doing. So there is a fourth pillar of the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Then we can see that the fifth pillar, there is a demand. Demand and supply, that is the rule of the economics. Suppose that the demand is going to increase, then definitely the supply is going to increase there. If the demand is decreased, then the supply is decreased. It's a rule of the economics. So with the help of that also we are generating the wealth and supporting to the people. We can see the example of the five pillar of this Atmanirbhar Bharat is that nowadays when we can see the few phrases of Atmanirbhar Bharat, that's depending on that. Then one is that a business including MSME. There is some phrases working under the umbrella term Atmanirbhar Bharat. Then a poor including migrant and farmer. Then the third one is that agriculture. Then fourth one is that then it's a part of that new horizon of growth. That's a thing is coming there. And a government reform and enables. These are the certain kind of phrases which is going to use in the Atmanirbhar Bharat. And again I am repeating that what are the five pillars of the Atmanirbhar Bharat is that the first is economy, second is that infrastructure, the third one is that technology driven system, the fourth one is that vibrant demography. Vibrant demography, that is the fourth pillar of the Atmanirbhar Bharat, and the fifth one is that demand. And at the same time we are discussing about that some phrases which is related with the Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is already I have discussed with you. And one of the major thing is that poor including the migrant. Means nowadays while using the technology, the government is transferring directly on the account of the farmer. There is a cash transfer directly on the account of the farmer. So it is also one of the part which is included under the umbrella term Atmanirbhar Bharat. Means while using the technology, while using this concept Atmanirbhar Bharat, we are using that kind of techniques which will take a very few time, and within a few time we are doing the lots of work. So that kind of a thing is also going to happen under the umbrella term, that is Atmanirbhar Bharat. We also say that it is an innovative process in the life of the every human being. But the government is applying a certain kind of policies for the welfare of the humanity, for the welfare of the society, but so it is depending on the every human being how it can take it. If you are taking it seriously, then definitely the so many development of yourself and the nation will happen. But if you will not take it seriously, then only we are criticizing on that concept. We will not do anything, only we will just learn the passive words from the another people, and we are not just participating in that part. So definitely we should take it positively. And every concept has the two sides. One is that the good side and one is that the bad side. So suppose that a certain kind of implementation which is done by the government of India for the welfare of the humanity or the society, so one should think about it and accept it as a positive way. But suppose that there is a certain kind of a drawbacks in this policy which is against of the humanity, so definitely one should deny it, and at least one should raise the voice against it. So both things are available here. But because of this reason, I told you it's depending on the person how you can take it. It's a positively or the negatively. It's depending on the every human being. This is my topic of seminar, Atmanirbhar Bharat, a pragmatic approach. So what are the things I have discussed in this seminar? So everyone should look it and study it and understand this concept. And it's depending on the every individual what kind of things you are taking from this concept and what are the things you are avoiding from that concept. So thank you very much.